Hey class, it's Bressman. I just want to give you guys a quick tutorial on how to create a digital class notebook. So that way you guys are prepared to take notes for class. Also, this could be applied to your other classes as well. It does not have to be just chemistry. It could apply to all of your classes. You can use this everywhere you go. You can also keep a physical notebook if you like to. I know a lot of people like to have that physical pencil and paper. I myself, I am very disorganized and very scatterbrained at times. So I tend to, lose things or, I'll start notes on one page and I'll go to another page. Digital just kind of helps keep me focused, keep me organized. But there are also ways to help insert pictures, insert graphics, even YouTube videos. So if there's a video that I show you guys that you'd like to insert into your notes as a reminder or a refresher for later, you guys can do that. And it's very easy and very simple. So I'm going to go over that today with you guys. Just some quick basic steps. I'm going to provide you all with a template similar to what you see on my screen right now. So this template, what it is, obviously I got some pictures up here. You can customize those if you want to. So like on here, maybe if it'll let me. You can double click on these pictures, and up here, you can click on replace image if you choose to. Again, you don't have to. Just a quick kind of customization. Make these your own. Just you're an individual, so make it however you want. I'm not going to ask you guys to turn these in. These are not for a grade. It is totally optional. And then I labeled it chemistry class notes. If you want to label it, maybe instead of chemistry, you want to put first period. Whatever you guys choose, that's fine. That's up to you guys. But you know, just come up with a name for it, or social studies, whatever English, whatever class this is for. I've already inserted a table of contents for you. So the way that I did that, if you accidentally delete it or something happens to it, or you want to, create another one for some reason, all you have to do is go to inserts, and at the very bottom it says table of contents. Now you have two options. So if you don't like the one with the page numbers, you can just do one with links. So that one might be more beneficial to where you actually physically, you can click on the link and it will drop you down to that page where that content is. It's up to you. Either way works just fine. You find what works best for you. I went ahead and just put the one with page numbers, but obviously if you click the one with blue links, the nice thing about these table of contents is they automatically update. All you have to do is hit this refresh button, and I'll show you guys what that looks like here in a little bit. So here are the two options for table of contents. So you either have the hyperlinked one, or you have this one right here with page numbers. I think the one with page numbers looks more like a notebook, but the one with the hyperlinks might be a little bit easier to track down what you're specifically looking for, which could be helpful for a quiz, for a test, for an assignment. If you need to find something quickly, it's just a click away, or you can hit Control F and you can search for it. I mean, it's the same thing. Control F is Control Find, and you just type in a specific word or phrase. It works the same way. All right, moving on from the table of contents. So again, like I said, they're all organized, nice and neat. And then as you go down, every new page is going to create a blue line at the top. It's just kind of the way the template works that I chose. Because I enter that new table of contents, it's going to go down to page 3. Then it's going to have the date. What I would recommend is every single day you take notes, put in a new date to help keep it organized. That date will be reflected up here. And because if you click on the date, it is automatically as heading number 1. That is critical to keep this organized. And if you forget to do it later on, you can always highlight it and change it to heading number 1. The reason why you do that is because heading number 1 is going to show up as essentially the first bullet point for your table of contents. It's going to help you keep it organized. If you don't want to organize it by date, that is fine. Maybe you want to organize it by topic instead and then put dates second. I'll show you guys what that looks like down here. So I'll show you guys the two options. So I'm going to go down here to where it says 923. Now, again, this is my heading number 1. So I'm going to change this to, I'm going to put Big Bang Theory as well. And over here, I'm going to put the date, 9-23-20. So when I do that, and also, if you notice, they're different colors. The color coordination is key because that tells me, hey, this is heading number 2. So blue is heading number 1, green is heading number 2, and orange is heading number 3. So when I scroll back up, obviously nothing has changed. As you look, it still says 9/23/2020. The reason why is you have to hit this refresh button. You have to update your table of contents. When I do that, here's my 2 options. All right, now it's going to show that updated display. So it's going to show the new updated page numbers, but it's also going to show, okay, and then again, this is a choice for you guys. Do you like having the date first and then the topic? Or do you want to maybe put the topic and then the date? And then after that, for heading number 3, I put the learning targets. So that way the learning targets can be right there, easy to see, easy to access. So that way you know kind of what the goal is for class and for future assessments, things like that. So obviously coming down here now, there's a whole bunch of Latin. And again, I pulled this from the Google Docs. So anytime you pull a template from Google Docs, Word, whatever, they just throw Latin in there to basically kind of help you set you up to where you can start typing. So like, for example, now you have bullet points. Because these are just normal text, okay? Because it is normal text, it's not going to go in the table of contents, which is good because if you put normal text in the table of contents, then essentially your table of contents is just your notes. So what I would do is just, type whatever the is the theory, if I could spell, of how our universe began. All right, and then maybe I'm gonna hit enter. Maybe I don't have any subpoints of that, but then maybe I'll put evidence for the Big Bang Theory, and that should all be capitalized, but I'll change that later. It's not a big deal. And then I'm gonna put a colon, and then here, I'm gonna put galaxies moving away. Maybe I'll put here, red shift. And then, and maybe I'm not going to use this one. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here and I'm just going to delete it. All right. And delete that because I don't need it. If you want to add more, obviously you just hit enter. Also, like this one right here, it doesn't have any subpoints. So if you hit enter and tab, it will add subpoint. When you add these subpoints, obviously you can add minor details. Now, that being said, you are in control of your notes and you decide how they are organized. So say, for example, you did it this way, but evidence is a very big piece that we need to know for the Big Bang Theory. So maybe this, instead of it being a bullet point, maybe you decide you want it to be a heading. It can still be as a bullet point like this. And then when I go up here, and I hit refresh, it's going to pop that up right there. Evidence for the Big Bang Theory. That's on page 3. So some of those things, if you feel like they're important enough of a topic or a concept, you can make them a heading, and then that heading will make it easier to find later on. Again, it's your notes. You kind of figure out, you're going to have to figure out what method works best for you. Now, what I would recommend to help keep this organized as well is when you are finished. Now, either with topics or dates. So I use this right here to separate the dates. It came with the template. So when I am done with the day's notes or whatever, I'm going to copy this. Okay. So I'm going to copy, and this just kind of keeps things separated. So right here, after I'm done, say this was my last note that I needed to write, I'm going to paste it. It just kind of helps keeps things organized, and I'm going to delete this so that way it shows up on this page, just like that. Now, say, for example, with my Big Bang Theory notes, that I want to put in an image that's going to be representative of the Big Bang Theory because I'm a visual learner, and images help me remember things a lot better than just text. All you have to do, and you guys should know this, but insert image, search from the web. So one thing I love about Google Docs is, yes, you guys should know that you can insert images, but you can also search Google right here and insert it right into your document. Now, make sure you click where you want it to go. So like, I'm going to put it right here underneath the dates or right here. So the Big Bang Theory is when the universe began. I'm going to type that in. And this is something that I hate about the Big Bang Theory show. It's a horrible show because that's all the searches. Big Bang Theory science. Thank goodness for Google predictions. So anyway, so here is, this is a really colorful image. So I like this one. So I'm going to choose it. Now you can either double click it and it will automatically insert it, or you can click the insert button that was down below. Now, obviously, this is huge. You can leave it big. I mean, your notes can be as long as you want because, again, all you have to do is come up here and refresh these table of contents, and it's going to show the new pages. So like right here, it moved this to page 4, all right, because that image was so big, and that's perfectly okay. Again, that table of contents is there to make things easy to find. So again, here's this. If I want to mark on it, you can draw on your images if you choose to. So to draw on your images, all you gotta do is insert and then drawing, and then you just, not drawing. You can draw shapes on there, I believe. Or no, they changed that actually. So cool. Basically what you'd have to do is you'd have to do your own drawing and then add the picture, add the drawing on top of the picture, and then go from there. So like, for example, drawing, new. If I wanted to do this again, but I wanted to draw on it. So this is like, it's a separate window. It's not too bad. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this image icon, which is just the square with the mountains, not Google Drive. Search. And again, Big Bang Theory science. There's my image. I'm going to select it. Now I can draw all over it when you're doing this drawing. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to circle right here. Now, automatically, the circle is going to have a filling. You want to put transparent. You also may want to increase the border weights to make the line thicker. So I'm going to circle this, and then I'm going to insert a text box right here that says, "This is the start of everything." And then obviously that's really hard to read. So I can fill in this text box to make it a little bit easier to read. I can also change the font, do all sorts of things. When I'm done with this, if I save and close, it will insert my drawing into my document, and then I can replace the actual image. So I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to click this. And actually, what's a lot easier than dragging it is to cut it and then click where you want it and then hit paste. And there's my image with the stuff that I added to it. Also, and just one more thing, again, like I said, you can insert YouTube videos. So I can go here to inserts, and I'm going to put a link in there. You'll have to find the YouTube video separate, but then you can just paste that link in there and it will insert that video into there. If you guys have questions, you feel free to comment on this video, or ask me during live class session. Otherwise, you guys have a great day, and I hope this helps. Oh, one more thing before I go. What you guys need to do, if you want to create this, so I'm going to create a copy for each one of you guys. What I'd recommend is, one, I would rename it. So to rename it, you just go up here where it says example class notes. You click on that, it's going to start, and then, I could put example 2 class notes. Also, because I make you a copy, if it doesn't let you rename it, what I would recommend, and also if you want to create your own version of this for your other classes, I would go to File, make a copy, and then pay attention to what folder it is going to. All right, because your Google Drive, you don't want it to be some crazy chaotic mess, but also name it something you're going to remember. So say if you want to do this for English, you put English class notes. And then again, choose the folder you want to put it in. You have a lot of options. I'm just going to do school 2020. Boom, done. I'm not going to click these boxes. You can if you want to, but it's your personal notes. You're not really sharing it with anybody anyways. So don't click those boxes. Make a copy for yourself and then just click OK, and it will generate a new tab for you. All right. Well, that's it. I hope this all makes sense. If you need any help, again, feel free to ask. You guys have a wonderful day.